Here's the thing about really smart experts. If you give a damn, if you really care, if you are treating what you do as a real profession and you're staying, involved with everything that's going on in the industry and you're following what everyone else is doing and you're, reading the books and trying the tools and you're following your competitors, well, you're probably going to want to talk about it. And the mistake that smart professionals make is that they talk about it to the exclusion of everything else. So every post is some kind of rant about the industry, especially now with AI. Every post is talking about AI. Every post is talking about how they feel about things. Every post is talking about some new tool about how they do their work. I see this in lawyers where lawyers are all talking about legal tech and they're all talking about like the latest this and that, which is fine if the only purpose of your marketing is to talk to other professionals, right? If you don't need clients, if you're on social media, you don't need to build a library of content to get clients, and that's fine. But if you need to get clients, that's not going to work. The problem is that your best prospects have pain points right now. They're experiencing symptoms of a solution that you solve, and they're not going to resonate with anything that you're saying. So you post it, and they're going to keep scrolling, because they're not connecting the dots between this obscure thing you're talking about, some programming language or some new rule or whatever that only affects people in your profession and doesn't really affect the end client. They're not going to connect their pain points with whatever it is you're talking about, with the fact that you can solve their problem probably really easily. So if you think marketing, it doesn't work, or marketing isn't working for you, if you're not able to get clients and have conversations from your social posting, from your time or your team's time spent online, chances are you're doing this and you're not, or you're talking about something completely unrelated to the pain points that your ideal client's feeling, to the outcomes that they want, to the root cause problem that you solve. If your marketing isn't predominantly talking about those things, now, of course, brand channels, there is a time and a place for certain brand channels to be doing more brandy stuff, like here's our events and meet our team, and like there is room for that, right? But that depends on the size. But if you aren't primarily, like most of the time, talking to your ideal prospect and about what they care about, you're going to waste your time. So what should you do if this is the case? Because you may be making this really smart mistake and kind of forgetting that you're making this mistake. Or maybe you don't know what you should be doing differently. Well, this is what I help with. I help the really smart experts, the ones who really care about driving outcomes and results for their clients, the ones who do want to help more people rather than sending all of their best clients to their competitors. They want their best clients to choose them over those stupid competitors who don't know what they're doing and don't care and are just going to, grift and swindle. Those are my best clients, right? Those are the experts that I help. And those kinds of experts, the best thing that you can do is to get super, super clear on the exact spot in the sophistication spectrum where your best client sits, right? Because too many of you are going too unaware. You're going too unsophisticated and you're missing out on sales. Which also, if you think about it all the way on the other end, where you sit is super sophisticated, super aware. You are the ideal persona. If you're talking about stuff you care about, you're missing the middle too, right? This is the gap. This is the messaging gap. And most of you need to be in the middle. When you get this right, here's the fun part. You start getting comments like, oh man, yes, I've seen this. Or yes, this is me. You start getting DMs like, well, how can we work together? I don't know if this is what I need, but man, I'm experiencing this. Or what about this? If nothing else, you start getting really, really good at having the sales conversation, because all of your marketing is now basically a sales pitch, right? I'm not saying every post needs to be a sales pitch. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying when you understand the structure of what we're trying to do in our marketing, kind of the logic we're trying to hit, you get good at knowing, okay, what resonates? What is my ideal, what attracts my ideal client and what's turning them away? Right? Because your content should be doing this. Even better, You can start using your best performing content in ads. And I'll talk more about that another day about using content for ads. Now, maybe you've reached this point. Congrats. And you're like, Lynn, what do I do? Well, you could hire me, lynnsweezy.com/hire. Or you could get on my avatar course. I am getting ready to publish an avatar course, which will break down all of the sophistication spectrum, exactly how to identify and map your ideal avatar, how to map the outcome that you provide, how to map, their symptoms and what they need to see so that you can turn it into marketing. I've got some goodies and bonuses there too for people who enroll quickly. So that is lynnsweezy.com/avatar. Get on the wait list. Or if it's already open by the time you hit that link, because it's been months since I posted this, go ahead and get in and yeah, follow the prompts. And if you get stuck, let me know because I'm here for you. So my name is Lynn Swayze. I am the Experts Copywriter, and I help experts to figure this out because you are smart, you give a shit, you care, and people like you should be getting the clients. People like you should be getting the clients and not all of the loud grifters that are out there. So go ahead, subscribe to my email list, lynnsweezy.com/daily, or wherever you see this video, whether it's Substack or LinkedIn or YouTube. And I look forward to hearing your questions. So comment below, ask me questions so that I can answer them in a future video or a future post.